Blessings and welcome to all of my precious Pisceans out there. This is Synergized Tarot by Tammy, and this is your October 2020 tarot reading, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising sign in Pisces. And yes, I'm a Pisces moon myself, so always a pleasure to connect to my fellow Pisceans out there. And much love to all of you who support my channel each and every month by subscribing, sharing, and sending me all those positive vibes. I'm truly grateful for your love and light. And if you ever want a personal reading from me, please connect with me. All my links are below. But this month, Pisces, we have a lot going on. I already did your reading. A lot's going on, and I went through your whole video and realized there was no sound. So it was such an awesome reading. I did not want to do it again. So I am just going to go over what the cards are so that we can connect to them and have a better understanding of the energies that may be showing us in the month of October for us. So we have Mars in retrograde, and it will be in retrograde until November 16th, and it will be affecting our second house of finances and resources. We're also going to have a full moon there on the 1st of October, so we're going to talk about that. But let's start off with the first house first. And the first card we did receive is the dilettante card here. And this month, it looks like we are going to really enjoy ourselves, delights in the arts without having to be a professional. So we are definitely going to start to enjoy maybe some of those pleasures that we love to do, being more artistic, being more creative, being more open to our beauty and love this month. So we also, oh wow, got the card of the soulmate card right off the bat here. And we have another card of a soulmate energy. So one of the reasons why I did want to close this one up is because we have a strong connection of really feeling love this month, especially since we'll have Venus in our 7th house of relationships, partnerships. So we may be connecting to our soulmate. We may have found our soulmate. We're trying to figure out how to move forward in the energy. And like I said, Mars is in retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde in the middle of the month until the beginning of November. So there's a lot of things that are going on that we are like observing, looking, seeing whether or not energy such as a soulmate vibration or artistic expression, this may be a time when we're really finding out how to open up to our artistic side, being able to bring about the love and beauty from within to express ourselves to others. So let's be the dilettantes and let's find love this month if that is on our mind, because there is this soulmate energy that we are attracting, Pisces, especially since we have Venus in our 7th house. That's pretty lucky. So let's go to the 2nd house, and boy, this is where we're going to have that full moon on 1 October and Mars there. And the 2nd house is our finances and resources. It's our gifts, our talents. It's about being that dilettante, really opening up to what we are able to create for ourselves, to show others. So wow, this is really great, I feel, right off the get-go, because this card we have, first of all, in our 2nd house is the Death card. It is about transformation and changes that we are going through for our own self-worth. In regards to our finances and resources, we are going through a major change, and we may be blessed with Venus being in our 7th house of relationships, partnerships. There may be a deal, a business contract, a change in status for some of us Pisces in our 2nd house of finances, because the wheel is here to change us. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We get the Death card of going through a big transformation and change. And yes, we are going to have a new moon in the 8th house, and that is connection to transformation and change, finding balance, having things be fair now for us Pisceans. So there may be quite a bit of changes happening in our 2nd house, our value, are really focusing on our talents, seeing how we can grow and prosper. But we are being blessed this month with changes happening that are going to be for the positive and maybe maybe pretty lucky. So that is what the full moon in Aries on the 1st of October is bringing. So beautiful changes, big changes in our finance, resources, and into our self-worth. So the 3rd house, we get judgment. And judgment, the 3rd house, oh yes, we're going to have another full moon there, the 31st of October, connected to Uranus. No kidding. So it's going to be on the 31st of October, the strongest day when the veils are lifted to the spiritual side. We have judgment. We have judgment here, Pisces. So we are going through some type of judgment with this connection to Uranus, because Uranus is shaking up things in the way that we communicate, connect to others, what we say. So be ready. There is some type of resurrection of our soul. We are getting to the heart of the matter of what we feel, what we want, what we need to say. And our angels are helping us really make a big change in the way we express ourselves so that we can really move on our journey, a new beginning. So we have 2 wonderful cards, I feel, that are going to help us on our journey to get us through some type of death, change, metamorphosis that's happening for us. And yes, a Pisces in the 3rd house of communication, 31 October, with Uranus there, expect the unexpected, a big change, and, you know, hearing the calling. There's a new calling for some of us Pisces in some type of new direction that we need to listen to. And of course, we are Pisceans. We are so connected to our insight, the ability to connect to the other side, right? So it's really important to listen to those messages and connect deeply to the divine's energy through meditation, through taking time by ourselves, Pisces, because our energy is connected to the 12th house, and that is taking time for solace, taking time for meditation and connection to the universal wisdom. So let's go to the 4th house, and the 4th house is family and home, security. So we have this card of the 7 of Pentacles. Working hard, making changes, structuring the way that the family environment looks like, maybe getting ready to maybe grow and prosper, to buy a new home. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is manifesting something new through your hard work. So Pisces, it looks like through our hard work, there is something that we have been trying to grow in our family life, to complete. And it looks like now is the time that we can really manifest that, whether it is buying a new home, wanting to sell our home. I know I want to sell my home as soon as Mars goes direct in the middle of November. So this is getting right for the pickings, right? Getting ready for some type of change, to manifest some type of new beginning in our home life. But it does look prosperous. So that's a good thing here. So let's go to the 5th house, and the 5th house is connected to, of course, love, romance, children, our creativity, and of course we're going to be the dilettante. We've got the soulmate energy going on. Yes, no kidding. So we get the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is all about fire and desire, creativity. So we are definitely feeling a strong connection to our own desires, feeling very creative, opening up to our passions and desires. There may be a strong connection to a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in love that we are feeling desirous for. But we also have the Death card too in the 5th house. So there's big changes that are happening for us Pisces in our love department, in how we are able to express ourselves creatively. We are getting out there now. We are changing the way we feel. We are really coming out and showing ourselves now. And we have to allow things to end that aren't showing us our creative side, showing us how to find more love. So there is some type of change, maybe some instability in our love house. There is some type of, for some of us, pain. Maybe this is why there's a big change about maybe, you know, breaking from a relationship that is not, you know, going in the pathway that you want it to, Pisces. It may feel like, the one that you're with is not your soulmate and that you really want to connect to that energy. So Pisces, we need to listen to our feelings and connect to the truth, because there is a change that's happening in regards to our feelings, our emotions, our creativity here. So let's pull a few cards. Some love cards here. I had pulled some, but I wanted to pull some cards at least here for us. So let's pull some new love cards for us, Pisces, in our 5th house. We see that we are going to have to trust the situations, whatever transformation, whatever change we're going through in the house of love. We need to trust in our feelings, our emotions, deception. So yes, we need to listen to that. And that's why there's a big end, some type of change, because for some of us, Pisces, we are getting in tuned and touched to some type of deception. It may be on ourselves, it may be with someone that we're with, but it is about taking off that false mask and looking at the truth about a relationship, about love. So let's pull a couple more cards here and make the effort. So if there is love, a soulmate, trust in it, make the effort. Yeah, there's some connection to children, and the 5th house is children there. So there may be some situations, some difficulties in connecting because of children, but there is a reconciliation for some of us, Pisces, in a relationship. So maybe this has been where you have ended a relationship with someone, Pisces, and now you're ready to maybe reconcile, especially since Venus is in the 7th house of relationships, trying to work out maybe a relationship to see if it can change. Maybe there still is love and desire, maybe a strong connection to a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries that you still have this passion and desire for here. So yes, let's pull a couple more cards in the love section here, Pisces, and then we'll move on here. What are those cards? Honeymoon. Yeah, so some of us may be heading off to some type of fun and excitement with the one that we love, with our partner, with a relationship, especially with Venus being our 7th house, right? Free yourself. Yeah, so we see some of us need to free ourselves because of maybe some deception going on here. A big change and ending, releasing some type of pain, right? Yeah, we see that. There is definitely some type of pain that is happening for some of us, Pisces, but we are feeling more confident in ourselves. We are really wanting to feel more desirous. And if we're not getting that energy, that attention, I feel that Venus energy in our 7th house of relationships is going to allow us to stay strong in our energy to make some choices and decisions about love. So let's go into the 6th house. And the 6th house is our day-to-day life, our work regime, our health. So let's see what we have here. We have the 2 of Swords, trying to make some choices about our day-to-day life. But through the choices, taking the blindfold off, understanding through the moon's energy, there will be victory and success, the Ace of Swords, through clarity. So whatever changes, whatever is ending and challenging, maybe difficult with, having to take the blindfold off and really looking at the choices in front of what we want, Pisces, of what we need to have so that we can enjoy our day-to-day life better. We need to look at the choices. We need to make some decisions. And of course, we will have victory and success if we take the time for that meditation, for that clarity. So it does look like we are going to be focusing on some choices, some changes that need to happen in our day-to-day life, whether it is about getting healthier, about having a better situation in our work dynamic, getting along better with coworkers, getting along better with those that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. There seems to be things that we are doing to make sure that we have that balance and success with others. So let's see here. Let's go to the 7th house. And that is where I said we have Venus there for the whole month in Virgo. And we get the Empress card. It's a beautiful card to have. It is, and we have this card of children. So there may be this fertility going on. Also, with the Empress and Children card, there may be this emphasis on our children. But Pisces, the Empress card is showing that we are confident, we are feeling good about ourselves, we are ready to express, because Venus is ruled by the Empress, or the Empress is ruled by the Venus energy. And so it really shows that we are feeling confident with the Queen of Wands here. We are feeling loved. We are feeling beautiful. We are feeling abundant in who we are. So that is what this Venus energy is bringing to us. And then we get the Knight of Coins here. So there may be a strong connection to a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in regards to a partnership, love, a romance. But this is about being free to be open to express the feelings that we have for another in that relationship house. So that is really beautiful to see, that we are definitely feeling a lot more comfort and love in our relationship partnerships with others. And so the 8th house, what do we have in the 8th house? This is where we're going to have that new moon on 16 October, and we'll have the sun there for part of the time at the end. So there's a big, the 8th house is transformation, death. We've got 2 cards of death. You know, not literal death, but hopefully not. But this is about us going through a big metamorphosis, a big change. We are restructuring. We are changing and ending things that we no longer need in our vibration. This is what we're all going through with that Mars energy. And it's affecting the way that we look at our resources, our own confidence in our worth. And then we have in the 8th house, the new moon, wanting us to find balance and have a change so that we can solidify the right partnerships, the right avenue for our artistic expression, to be able to be more open. And this is no kidding. 8 of Wands and the Tower card. So we can see that with this 8th house energy and Uranus being in the 2nd house, there is something that is going to shake ourselves to the core, and it's through some type of communication with the 8 of Wands here. So there may be something unexpected coming through communication that's going to shake things in our life. But whatever it is, we are looking towards the positive. We are looking at what we can create in our life for more positivity. So this is action with the Tower and the 8 of Wands. It is pursuing actively changes, and when the Tower comes, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep on going. We understand that there is something happening, and through communication we may be receiving some type of offer, some type of love connection. Someone from the past may be coming back to reconciliate with us, right? So because in the 9th house we get the card of the soulmate, the Lover's card again. So you know, we have the soulmate card and the Lover's card, really showing in the 9th house to not fear. We have the 8 of Swords. Do not fear love. Do not fear a connection to a deep vibrational energy of love. And that is what is happening for some of us Pisces. We're being shaken up to our core. There's an epiphany, an electric strike that happens in regards to love, and we cannot fear it. We can't hold ourselves back if we really understand this connection to love, especially since Venus is wanting us to be blessed and connected to love in a relationship, in a partnership. So yes, this is a month that anything can happen unexpectedly, especially in love, finding a soulmate energy, you know, definitely positive communication happening this month that can really change our life. So let's go to the 10th house of our career and destiny. And we have the Page of Swords and the 3 of Wands. And so this is getting ready for some type of new journey. That's why I feel a lot of us Pisces, there's some type of communication that's coming to us to change our career, to change our destiny. Something that is going to be offered to us to look at the future, to make plans, to travel, to change, to bring out our wishes, our dreams. So let's focus on what we want in our career. Let's focus on what we see as our destiny. And a lot of us are really focusing on connections to love, our soul pathway, and how to find that balance here. Opening up to artistic expression for sure, being more confident, being more expressive, being more out there, Pisces, for us. So let's go to the 11th house. The 11th house is connected to our friends, our hopes, wishes, and dreams. And this is where we have Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter sitting for the last, well, Jupiter for the last almost year, but Saturn and Pluto have been there for the last couple of years, changing the way that we may look at our friends, looking at others through different organizations, trying to find new associations. So this could be a change in friendships, change in those that we connect to, and with Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter going forward, all of them will be forward in October. Gives us this new flow to move in a direction for our hopes, wishes, and dreams, connecting to new people, and really getting with the 10 of Wands here, getting a load off our back, right? We have been feeling a lot of heaviness in the 11th house. And that's why I feel we have the dilettante energy to allow us to be more expressive in our creative, being more expressive creatively, and breaking free from those relationships, those situations that have been heavy. And through that, with the Four of Wands, we find peace, we find harmony, we find connections to those who can give us commitments that are going to be long lasting. So yes, we are taking off a load. We're getting rid of those situations, relationships that we've been carrying on too long. And now that all that energy in our 11th house is moving forward, we can find stronger commitments, relationships, peace, and harmony with others to help us on our journey. So let's pull a wisdom card here in that 11th house here. Just give us a little bit more insight with this energy in the 11th house moving forward, giving us some type of positivity to really focus on our dreams, our aspirations, finding new friends, new connections to others, networking, getting out there in the world. So what is that card here? The Sisters of Seasons, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. So yes, we're going through a cycle of growth now, and divine order, natural law seems to be in place right now. So let's read about this card here, the Sisters of the Seasons. When the Sisters of the Seasons meet you on your path, they remind you that everything has a natural rhythm that obeys a higher law. Just as the seasons magically pass, be reminded that the nature of birth, growth, harvest, and decay cannot be altered. And that's kind of like the 8th house there, right? So if you keep on your path with determination and discernment, allowing for the natural course of events to unfold, success is assured. Divine appropriate timing is guiding your desires into perfect manifest form. This is a very good period to start new things, as you've moved out of winter into the beginning of spring. Continue with patience and be aware of the rhythms of your opportunities. There will be periods when things slow down and begin anew. Move into fruition and then slow down again in a never-ending natural flow. Be mindful of which sister greets you, for she points directly at the next. Every moment counts now. So every moment counts now. We're going through a cycle. Divine order, natural law is in place. That's why there may be a strong synchronistic moment. Oh, sorry about that. A strong synchronistic moment. There's a phone call there, so maybe we're receiving a phone call for a synchronistic moment. Maybe I should have answered it in regards to maybe a proposal in love or a business deal. But there definitely seems to see some type of balance, and all we have to do is take time for meditation. This is the Four of Swords. Take time for peace. Take time to connect to the divine. The Queen of Wands is all about that energy. It's about us managing our day-to-day life. It is about us seeing and focusing on our visions, what we need to express, what we need to get a hold of. The Queen of Pentacles is strongly connected to the second house of finances and resources. So it could be that we've had some difficulties maybe in the last 4 months in regards to our financial ability to grow. And with the Queen of Coins, now we have the ability to see things through. In the next 4 months may be really powerful for us to really create our visions, to really open up to prosperity here. So what a beautiful reading for us. There's a strong connection to a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn this month, or a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries that may be connected to love, relationships, partnerships. Everything's very positive in this reading. All we have to do is take time to understand all the things that are happening, because we are so intuitive as it is, Pisces, that we will be able to understand the flow of where this cycle is taking us here. So let's pull a few more cards here before I close up. Let's pull a self-care card for us, Pisces. What is that card here that we can connect to for October? Ooh, that one, dance. We need to dance. We need to have fun. Step into the light. Share your gifts and talents to the world. No kidding, that's what it says. And that's where the second house, where I said we have the dilettante card, and the second house is our gifts and talents. So whatever our gifts and talents, maybe it is dancing, let's show it to others. Let's get out there and express ourselves. So how awesome is this? And let's pull a surrender card. What do we need to surrender to this month here, Pisces, so we can really find our soul pathway, connect to a soulmate, fulfill our desires, show our gifts and talents here. What is that card? Surrender to complete healing. And that's what's happening with the energy in our 8th house, that new moon happening in our 8th house of healing, of transformation. So let's surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So let's make sure that we are taking time to heal, taking time to receive that love and light that the universe can provide, so that we can feel a lot more connected to ourselves and to others, for that mind, body, and spirit energy. So last card, we're going to pull a keeper of the light. Who can we call upon as we are in meditation this month, to really focus on our visions, our insight, to really bring out our talents and gifts, to really focus on our prosperity? What is the keeper of the light that we can call upon this month in October? What is that card, Pisces? Master Jesus, forgiveness. And that is so beautiful, because that's what we're doing with that healing energy, right? Surrender to healing. It's forgiveness. And that's what we're doing by the middle of the month. We're forgiving, we're healing, and we're starting new. That's why we have the death cards here. We have to forgive, we have to heal, and that is the way that we can go through the next portal, make the change, and open up to new avenues. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. How beautiful. So let's call upon Father Jesus for us to receive the love and light, the healing that we need. So the last message here, Master Jesus. A man who needs no introduction. Through both the Gospels and the Gnostic Gospels, we have come to know Jesus as a great teacher, loving guide, and generous soul who accepts us all. Although he is the focal point of Christianity, he will respond to anyone who reaches out to him. He helps us overcome sacrificial love, when we have to leave behind something in order to get the love we want. And that's what some of us are doing. We have to leave some type of love behind to get the real love that we need. He is also the light keeper we can call upon for support with forgiveness. He reminds us that our connection to love is the most important connection we will ever create. His twin flame is Mary Magdalene. Forgiveness is an act of self-love. You are being encouraged to know that whatever you have done to yourself or others, the divine is not condemning you. You don't have to forget what has happened, but you no longer need to allow your whole story to be defined by a situation that doesn't support your happiness. Jesus is here to bring miraculous shifts of healing to you and all those around you, and to release you from the burden of self-loathing. He wants you to know that he sees the child of God within you. He also brings clarity and healing to any situations concerning your Father, either on earth or in heaven. What a beautiful reading. Blessings to you. And if you ever want a personal reading, please connect with me. All my links are below. And until next time, with pure love through Synergy, Tammy.